we're going to get straight into some 11.1.5 corruption stuff because it's kind of underwhelming. But before we do, let's look real quick at a current State of the Union Mythic Plus address. Here we go. So looking at the numbers, we're looking straight at what the meta is, basically. This is what this chart is always good for. What is the high-end meta? It hasn't changed, guys. We still got Vengeance Demon Hunter, Discipline Priest, Unholy DK. We have seen some Unholy DKs pumping 30 million DPS on some of these pulls. Absolutely insane. We got a Balanced Druid followed by Frost or Fire Mage. Now, some people, I noticed the last time I mentioned this, were arguing in the chat about which one is currently meta. Right now, Frost Mage is 13.3% of these samples, and Fire is 6.7%. So Frost is a slight edge, but it probably depends on player skill. Looks like either one's really going to get invited. Now, remember, the meta doesn't matter. For all you regular Andys out there doing your 10-plus keys, you can bring whatever the fuck you want, and you should bring whatever the fuck you want. If you're concerned about the meta, and you're doing a plus 10, you're really just a sheep in wolf's clothing, I should say. You're trying to pretend like you're actually this important, but you're not, okay? Just invite what you can, get your runs done, and remember, don't leave your runs. That's right, because these keys, even though they break, yours might not. You should stick around, try to help people out, get their vault slots and everything else. Looking at the dungeon slots here, we see the same kind of layout in terms of what the dungeons are and their popularity right now, all even pretty much across the board. Notice, though, the Rookery has a bit more of a failage rate than usual. It looks like the people are failing the Rookery a little bit more, and I do attribute that a bit to the runback. The runback in the Rookery is kind of shit, if I'm being honest. So, makes sense that that one's got a bit more of a bit higher fail rate than the rest of these dungeons. But overall, pretty even across the board. And then the most popular key to run right now, plus 10. It's the rewards, obviously. People are going for that. What plus 10? I haven't touched Mythic Plus since Dragonflight. Screw that content. And Havoom, I don't blame you, man. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people not doing Mythic Plus, and that's okay. I will say, though, if you compare it to Season 1 of The War Within, Season 2 is far and away a better season, and if you want to get back into Mythic Plus a little bit, this is probably a good time to do it. It hasn't been too bad. Unless it's a Blood DK, then don't invite. Yeah, right, because Blood DKs need love too, but hey, what are we going to do? That's really it in terms of the Mythic Plus season so far. It's looking just fine. It'll continue to look fine. But looking at 11.1.5 stuff, there's some underwhelmingness to some of this. First off, the pet. Okay, we got a new pet coming. You'll be able to get this with your Flames Radiance Fraction Renown. If you don't know what that is, you'll be doing this stuff with Flames Radiance out in Hallowfall, fighting against the people of Ashkahed as they try to invade the zone one more time after we basically pounded Queen Ansurek in her own chamber. So, yeah, looking across here, you get this cool pet. It is actually pretty cool. It'll be able to bring you mail once you summon it, no matter where you are. So you could be in a raid, get yourself some mail. Basically, it's good for places where you won't be able to mount up. Now, there will be a 3-hour cooldown on this thing, but overall, it'll kind of be a must-have pet for a lot of people, being able to get mail in different places in Azeroth that you usually can't. Sam, you have pounded 150 times before. You got her once. Oh, you're talking about Queen Answer? Okay, that's all that matters. You just got to be good at one time. Okay, this is the underwhelming part of 11.1.5. Right here. We got these new, corruption enchants coming, right? We got our Helm enchants coming. It's supposed to be kind of an homage to the old corruption mechanics that we got to use back at the end of BFA. Now, if you didn't play at that time, man, I don't know what you would call that. The hippie era of WoW. I mean, it was a wild time to be alive. WoW was basically completely broken. These corruption mechanics were leading to some crazy shit. I mean, you had people running full 40-man tank raids and 30-man tank raids, I should say, and all kinds of stuff like that. It was fun. The game was basically broken, but it was a fun time to play through the game and basically go with godlike powers if you could get your corruption all the way maxed out and have your cape maxed out to resist the corruption as well. Learn to read, Sam. Oh my god, yeah, no, it's not going to happen this early in the morning. But these new corruption enchants, less than 1% buff. So let's see what's going on here. Basically, you got a misbalance issue going on across the board. So for these, you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different corruption enchants that you'll be able to get. But as of right now, everybody will just be getting one, and that's the Void Ritual, because it's the only one that actually doesn't hit like a Limp Dick Noodle. So we got Twilight Devastation here, looking at this one. This one gives you about a 0.5 to 0.8% buff to your AoE damage, 0.7 to 1% single target. Extremely underwhelming. You're going to notice there's a theme here. Infinite Stars, same thing. You're going to get about a 0.7 to 0.9% damage on single target, 0.5 to 0.8% increase on AoE. We look here at Gushing Wound. Same thing, very underwhelming, less than 1% across the board here. Twisted Appendage. Sounds like something that would be interesting to do in the middle of the night. Same thing, less than 1% damage increase. Now, Void Ritual, here we go. Void Ritual, and what this one does is it occasionally provides a 20-second buff starting at 1 stack. Every 1 second after that increase, the stack count will the stack count until it expires. The stack count increases until it expires. Every stack provides a small amount of 4 secondary stats, but due to the ramping nature, by the time it expires, it is giving several thousand total secondary stats and can proc again while the buff is active, so extending the duration is not possible. So it cannot, I should say, proc again. So what does this lead to? Basically, what is it going to give you damage-wise? A 3 to 4% increase on single target damage. This enchant in some instances will give you a 10x stronger than any other option. For healing or tanks, this will also see a 33% reduction in damage of other effects. This gap could be even larger. So here's the thing. We're going to make a tier list, okay, of these and what they look like. When you sim it out, it's very obvious. There's only one of these enchants that's actually viable. Look at across the board here. And here's your tier list, boys. Pretty straightforward. You got one of these enchants that's S tier, and then the rest are complete fucking failures. I mean, it's not even really viable to look at any other one right now. D, what is this? D, everything below this point is so weak that multiple RNG variants will have a larger impact than on DPS than these enchants will. That's pretty sad. So I think Blizzard will probably go back and either buff. They'll buff these. I doubt they're going to nerf this one because this is the only one that's actually worth having right now. These are so limp dick, so shit, that you're better off just not even fucking getting it. I don't even know what the point of this would be. So these will probably get buffed, but as of right now, based on PTR testing, this is a complete shit show, and there's only one of these that actually is worth having. Sad, yeah, for sure. He's not even pausing today. He's just going through because at 8 stream is over. Yeah, well, look, we're pushing through as fast as we can, and I know most of the comments in chat right now are complete degeneracy. Sam was twisting his appendage before stream today. That's why he was so late. There you go. I just read that. What kind of fucking valuable contribution to stream was that right now? I just read that comment, but it is what it is. They did our boy dirty, Twilight Devastation. Yeah, Twilight Devastation, if you played back in BFA, was absolute glory. So yeah, I agree. Twilight Devastation did get done dirty. Look, if I had to say again, they'll probably end up buffing these in some way, shape, or form, because right now, there's nothing to be excited about here. And again, these are only valuable for Season 2. After Season 2, Blizzard already said these enchants will fall off. So let's at least have a little bit of fun out there, Blizzard. Buff these a little bit and make them worth having for Season 2. That is all in terms of news.